So here's the best way to understand what's gone down in Russia over the last 4 days. There's this private military contractor named Wagner, run by this guy Prigozhin, who's very close, or was very close, to Putin. And he sent him on missions all over the world with his private army. They sent him to Ukraine because the regular Russian military was not doing well. And this Wagner group is full of convicted felons and criminals and murderers, but also professional soldiers. They're well-fed, they're well-equipped, and they actually outperform the Russian military. This guy Prigozhin, he likes attention. He runs the Internet Research Agency, which was indicted for interfering in the US elections in 2016. And he starts putting out videos showing how good his guys are compared to how bad the Russian military is. And so it creates even more friction on top of friction that already existed, by the way. There comes a point where Prigozhin basically realizes they're going to come after me. So I better go after them before they get me. And that's what he does. He moves on this town called Rostov-on-Don. That is where the headquarters are for the military's efforts in Ukraine. I think he was trying to go and capture at least the general in charge of the army, if not also the defense minister who was there earlier in the day. But those guys get away. And so he hasn't able to get them. So then he starts marching towards Moscow. And he gets to the outskirts when the president of Belarus, or the fake president of Belarus, somehow convinces him to take some off-ramp and back off. We don't know what promises were made. And I imagine Prigozhin's probably thinking at that point, I've embarrassed these guys enough, okay? I took their headquarters, I forced them to flee, I came to the outskirts of Moscow, they couldn't even protect Russia, much less how they're gonna win in Ukraine. I've embarrassed them in front of Putin. Certainly now he's gonna fire them, like I've been asking him to do. And so whatever promises they made Prigozhin, he took that deal. But then Putin comes out today and says, we're not keeping any promises. You're going to face justice, and your fighters, if they don't break away from you, are also going to face justice. So they'll have a choice to make. And now we don't know what happens next. We really don't. But it's all speculation from here on out. But that's generally the lay of the land. It was probably best described as a coup against the Russian Ministry of Defense in the hopes of getting these people fired and I guess putting someone more loyal to him in that position. So far it didn't work. We'll see what happens.